my opinion has changed, and I am quite pleased to admit that. WALL-E is a film that I actually previously mentioned in I think it was on my top 5 most hated Pixar films. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I'm a diehard Disney fan, but with Pixar, hit and miss. I don't like The Incredibles at all. Most other Pixar films I can take or leave, a couple of them I really like. WALL-E, I never used to like at all, but I decided to rewatch it. I'm open-minded, I will give anything a second chance, and I liked it more. I still think it's too long, considering not a lot happens. And that's mainly my main point of criticism. It's about an hour and 40 minutes, maybe just shy of that. And because there's no dialogue and not really a lot of action, it's very repetitive with regards to what happens on screen, particularly for a good chunk of the time. And I just find it hard to hold my attention for that long. No, I have a short attention span anyway, I will freely admit that. But I feel like it's very long for what happens. They could have told the exact same story with the same emotional impact in half of the time. It would have cost them a lot less money and they still would have made the same revenue. So, bad business decision? Well, it's art. They could have done whatever they wanted with it. But I do love the animation. If you don't know what this is about, this is set in the distant future and people have moved to a different planet from Earth, but this waste collecting robot, which is what WALL-E stands for, waste something something Earthbot or something, I'm sure somebody can correct me, is basically digging through the refuge and he meets this other robot that has been sent down to assess the vegetation that's left on planet Earth. And WALL-E meets Eve. And I love Eve. Now, I do adore Eve as a character. I think she's beautiful. WALL-E, I find a lot more cute this second time round than I did the first. And I love how he kind of idolizes her. And, you know, this is the first form of life, I say life, robotic life, he's seen in a while. All around him in the refuge, there are like dead, broken robots and stuff. So it's very sweet, and their interaction is lovely. And one of my favourite sequences in any animated film I've ever seen is the scene with the rogue shopping trolleys. I won't say any more, but it takes about 2 seconds, but I absolutely loved it. The visual quality of this is stunning. I love how much fun it pokes at us as humans, and the fact that, first of all, we're going to wreck this planet, and then we go somewhere else, and we sit on our butts, we drink meals out of cups because we can't be bothered to hold cutlery, and just watch screens all day. And let's face it, considering, if you look at how life was 50 years ago, in fact, heck, 20 years ago, that's the direction we're going in. If you plot this on a graph, that is where we're heading. Maybe not that quickly, but that's what we're doing. And it's a bit of an eye-opener in that sense. So everything about it ticks all of the right boxes. Visually, it's gorgeous. I love WALL-E and Eve, voiced by Burtt and Elissa Knight. This is a Pixar. Obviously, John Ratzenberger voices a character called John, appropriately. And, you know, the animation design is gorgeous. The messages are beautiful. I don't find it funny as such, but some of the scenes with the humans in the future kind of amuse me. It's got a lot going for it. My only real complaint is that it's so long, with not a lot of action. It kind of picks up after the halfway mark, but the first half of the film is very repetitive. But I have to say, the opening scene, the music, amazing. Because it just doesn't seem like it would work. If somebody had pitched this saying, we're going to start this film, it's all about this, but we're going to open with this song, what are you on about? But it works so beautifully, and it's so upbeat and uplifting, and then obviously it transitions into something else, and I really appreciate it a lot more than I did the first time. I still think it drags, it goes on a bit, but if I were to remove the bits that I found very repetitive, it would be a pretty beautiful